Everyone, thank you for watching. It's very nice to see you again. I'm Xavier and I do wine tour in Bordeaux. Today I am in the Medoc region, the appellation Margaux at the Chateau Lascombes. Chateau Lascombes is the second growth in the 1855 classification. It's the one we are going to visit today. You follow me? Yael, thank you for having me today here at Chateau Lascombes. You are in charge of the tour and the visit here. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
So yes, I'm in charge of the tours, about the enoturism in general. We can also do some wine events, outside of the winery. So yeah, we are a group of three doing all the tours here.
Chateau Lascombes is very beautiful chateau, by the way. We can see just behind us. Can you tell us a little bit more about the history of the chateau?
Yeah, of course. So Chateau Lascombes, it's a winery dating from the 17th century, so a long time ago. And we are a second classified growth into the classification of 1855. And so it's called Chateau Lascombes just because the very first owner was the Chevalier Antoine de Lascombes. So the Knight Antoine de Lascombes. And so this is his family name, which gave the name of the winery Chateau Lascombes.
He gave also the name to the second label of the chateau,
exactly.
Le Chevalier de Lascombes, which is the Knight of Lascombes.
Yes, exactly. Just to honor him, we decided to call our second label Chevalier, Chevalier de Lascombes.
And about the vineyard, how many hectares do you have?
So it's a pretty big estate. We have about 120 hectares into the Margaux appellation, so it's quite huge. And into these vineyards, we have three different varieties, different type of grapes. So we do have Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Petit Verdot. And Lascombes is one of the few exceptions because we have mostly Merlot, even if we are on the left back, where you're supposed to have much more Cabernet.
More
Sauvignon.
Cabernet usually, but here your wine is mostly blended with the Merlot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting. What is the next step of the visit? Yeah.
So then we're gonna go to the vat room to show you how we make wine.
Yeah, we are in the vat room here.
Yeah.
So it's a brand new one. It's been built this year.
Yeah, actually, the construction started on 2020, and we finished the construction on September 2021. So just before the harvest, very first harvest in this building.
The very first one.
Yeah.
What are the specificities of this brand new vat room?
So here now we don't use any pumps anymore to put the berries into the vats.
Only by gravity.
Yes, exactly, only by gravity.
And what is the purpose of the gravity?
Avoid to destroy the berries.
More gentle.
Exactly.
And softer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't crush them and they fall.
We squeeze them a little bit, so we don't really crush them, just open the berries and then put them into the vats by using the gravity system.
So the juice can run away from the berries naturally?
Yeah, exactly, directly into the vats.
So here you have about 50 vats?
Yes, yeah.
So it means that you're working plot by plot?
Exactly, yeah.
And the harvests are done by hand?
Yeah.
How many pickers working for you usually?
From 100 to 150%.
And the sorting is done by hand as well?
Yes, so we have the first sorting which is done by hand. Then we have another sorting with an optical sorting machine. So two different sortings. And then we have a tunnel with some nitrogen gas sending on the berries just to cool down the temperature of the berries.
Yeah.
And then we can put them
in order to avoid the fermentation start too early.
Exactly.
Okay, that's quite precise and quite high-tech. Very interesting. Thank you, Yael. What is the next step?
So then we're going to go to the wine cellar.
So it's the step after the vat room. The wine comes here for the aging. How long will stay the wine here?
So here for the Chateau Lascombes that would be about 18 months, but for the Chevalier de Lascombes that would be about 16 months. 18
and 16, so about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And do you use new oak barrel every year?
Kind of. We're going to use new oak barrels for the Chateau Lascombes, but not always 100%. At least it's 50% of new oak barrels. And then we're going to use the barrels a second time for the Chevalier de Lascombes. So we use the barrel twice.
How many barrels do you keep around here? Because we can see you have really quite a lot.
Yeah, we have about 1,500 barrels to 2,000 barrels. So it's quite
depending
huge.
on the
depending
year.
of the year. Yeah.
They are managed on this OXO system.
Yeah, so we are doing this kind of system, the oxaline system for the aging onlys. And instead of using the classical stirring of lees with the stick, we're going to use these wheels to roll the barrels on themselves and put the lees back in suspension. So like this, it will give much more texture, much more fatness and rawness to the wine, and we don't need to open the barrel. So it's like safer for the wine.
Yeah, you preserve from the oxygen.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so you roll the barrel like this.
Yeah, so that would be one can be turned twice a week during the first 4 months only of the aging.
What is the next step, Yael?
So then that would be the wine tasting.
The tasting?
Yeah.
Okay, so I follow you. We are in the tasting room here. So we are inside the chateau. And we are going to taste the two wines that you produce here. This is regular tasting that you do for the visitors?
Yeah, exactly. They always taste the two different wines, so the first and the Chevalier Lascombes, the second label.
The specificity of each one?
So for the Chateau, we're gonna use the 3 types of grapes, so Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon and Petit Verdot. It's older vines also that we're gonna use with new oak barrels and for, a certain percentage. And for the second label, we're gonna use only Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon. And it will be also younger vines that we're going to use for this one, and no new oak barrels here.
So, of course, Chateau is the one that we will keep for a longer time. How long do you suggest to keep it?
In general, we recommend to wait at least 10 years for this one, and then you can keep it like 20, 40 years, up to your personal taste. And the Chevalier de Lascombes, it's a wine made to be drunk earlier, easier to drink, so it's much more like 5 to 10 years for this one.
And you welcome people all year long?
All the year.
And what kind of tour and tasting do you have to offer?
So we have like the classical tour, just see the facilities and the wine tasting. We have kind of the same thing, but with a private tour, so only the group of persons. Then we can do vertical wine tasting into the house, into the chateau. So this is 4 different vintages of the Chateau Lascombes, so we don't taste the second label, but only the chateau.
And you do picnic as well?
Yeah, also,
in summertime?
Yeah, exactly. So people can take a picnic hamper and, have the lunch into the garden wherever they want. So yeah.
You provide the picnic and the wine?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
And then we have chocolates.
Okay,
yeah,
wine and chocolate
exactly.
Pairing. Thank you very much, Yael, for your time. Thank you very much for having me today. And cheers.
Cheers.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for following. I hope to see you very, very soon for new wine adventures. And thank you once again, and bye-bye. Cheers.
Cheers.